over here towards long. I can understand why he's changing up, going for some repeaks here in middle. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Time has been a window, bringing you the best Overwatch cases from around CSGO. And when I say best, I mean this guy's got 50 kills, running backwards over here towards the A ramp. Meanwhile, the terrorists are taking that B site, and the suspect also has a scout, which means he is probably full-on rage hacking. Let's see. Alright, looks like he's going to be making his way through underpass over here, trying to get position in halls. I imagine he's just going to shoot everyone through the wood here. Let's see how easily he's able to take some people out. Going to be pushing his way up. He actually is not going to shoot through the wood, but is going to take Kiwi down through the wall, takes Rattle down through the wall, making his way over here towards site, still in a 1v2, peeking around the corner. Will he be able to take down these last two terrorists before the bomb explodes? The answer is no. He has lost this round. Alright guys, we have plenty of evidence. Let's go and report it and move on to something a little more interesting. Alright, so a good first case of the day. Full-on rage hacker, evident beyond reasonable doubt, evident beyond reasonable doubt, evident beyond reasonable doubt. As for grieving, I'm going to go with insufficient evidence. And with that, let's move on to the next case. And it looks like today there is a global game. And as you can see by the stats here, we have a guy on top on the CT team named Banjo. Wow, he just hit a flick shot. You guys didn't get to see it because I had the scoreboard covering it up. That is okay. We will watch him some more. I have a feeling this guy is probably cheating. Alright, looking over here towards the A site. Just flicks around over there and takes a shot towards the doors. Keeps looking back over there towards the doors. One guy behind him. Is he using an anti-aim? It looked a little bit glitchy there. It might be an anti-aim. Alright, Banjo here, making his way over here towards the A site. Is going to take some spam shots through that smoke. That is pretty standard, but it looks like he's aiming on people through the smoke a little bit too accurately. Still not enough evidence quite yet. By the way, we got one guy up there on top, and he is going to tag him up before getting taken down. I feel like he's using some form of anti-aim. He's just so glitchy and it's so consistent. This time, Banjo making his way over here towards the B side. Looks like the terrorists going to be pushing their way in. He is able to tag one of them, tags another one in the chest, and able to finish off Magician there before getting taken down from the tunnels. Alright, Banjo making his way back over here towards the B site. There is one guy in tunnels. He did peek out and didn't look like he knew that that guy was in that right-hand corner, not until after the shot. He is going to be able to take down Magician, though, after nading him. Peeks out on the left-hand side. Is able to tag him up and not quite take him down. This guy just spammed someone through a smoke, so let's see what he's doing here. Taking some shots towards middle, trying to spam that smoke. Looks like right now he may have just gotten lucky. Two guys out. Let's see how close to on target he gets. And no, he's just checking every little spot he can and taking shots towards it. Meanwhile, these terrorists are going to be pushing their way up over here towards the B site, and Famix is able to pick up a kill. One more guy here in middle, and he actually just absolutely destroys Famix. Alright, the last terrorist alive peeks in and gets taken down by Sabrina. You know what I like to say, scout reveals all, and Banjo is going to go with the scout this round, making his way over here towards middle, peeks out over there towards T-spawn. Actually seems to be lining him up through the door very well, not only on the second peek after he spotted him out, but on that first peek. Banjo making his way over here towards mid, but as you can see, the terrorists are making their way up there towards Catwalk. One guy here in middle does catch Banjo off guard and is able to take him down, even though Banjo did get the dink. Alright, back to Banjo, who had been muted before I came in here, by the way. I did not mute him, so he at least is griefing quite a bit. Banjo over here at the B site, just kind of holding the angle for now. Peeking over here towards the tunnels, is going to spot out one terrorist, able to tag him up, and go in for some repeaks. Not quite able to take him down yet. He's going to continue with those repeaks, finally gets the headshot onto Linux. And now he's going to pick up that AK and see if he can go and win this round. Alright, we got one guy close mid here. And this may have been a call out from his teammate because he seemed like he was aware of Magician being there on the left side before he spammed that AK. Either way, Magician going to peek out. And it doesn't really matter because Famix is going to go down to the Molotov. Meanwhile, Banjo is actually just going to hold the angle, able to take down Magician. He is trying to find a way to save this AK. We got one guy over here in T-spawn. And he does get caught off guard by him. I thought at first he might have known he was there, but as you can see, it doesn't seem like he actually did. Gonna be peeking over here towards tunnels, gets another headshot. Well, Banjo has damn near dropped 40 kills this game, and with the exception of that glitchiness that may have been an anti-aim, it actually looks like he's legitimate. Either way, gonna be peeking out over here towards middle. Does spot one guy on the left-hand side. Does he want to go for the peek again? I think he knows that there's one guy in T-spawn because he did spot him out when he crossed. Looks like the terrorists can be pushing their way up long. One guy on Catwalk gets taken down by his teammate. And Banjo checks over there towards long, repositioning back over here towards mid. There is a gap in the smoke. Looks like he's going to peek aggressively. He's going to spot one guy out in pit. He jiggled it, went back out, and got the easy kill. Alright, Banjo making his way back over here towards middle, was able to take down one of the terrorists. You can see 3 guys peeking him at the same time, and he is going to go down, though he did quite a bit of damage. Alright, Banjo making his way over here towards the B site. This time he's going to go with a deagle. 1 guy in B tunnels on the right-hand side. Flicks over, gets that headshot on the Jax. What a nice shot. Gonna be pushing aggressive and picking up this AK. Does check over to the left. He is checking things. Gonna be making his way back over here towards the B site. Meanwhile, the terrorists seem to be splitting that A site. He's gonna have a really hard retake here by himself. I think he's probably just gonna save his gun. Able to take down Joss there in mid. Kind of peeked that perfectly. Able to tap that guy. He's about to cross long, but not quite able to get that headshot. Alright, a 1v3. The bomb has been planted. He's probably just going to try to go for some cheeky kills here. I can't imagine he's going to try to win this round. He probably wouldn't even have time to win this round. Alright, pushing his way up long here. 1 guy on the left-hand side, 1 guy on the right. Is able to peek the guy over by pit. Able to take the guy out at long. That's just going to leave 1 guy in sight with an AWP, and there's no way he's going to be able to pick up that kill. Alright, Banjo has 45 kills. The score is 15-10. Banjo making his way over here towards the B site once again. This time there are no terrorists in that B tunnels area. This time he's actually going to fall off of it, not even paying attention to it. That might be a sign that he's wall hacking and just playing it off really well. Either way, 1 guy up here on catwalk, making his way over here towards the A site. And there's 1 guy on the right-hand side. He does spot out his shoulder. Lagged out a little bit, able to flick over and takes down Jax. Trying to spam over here towards long and gets taken down through the smoke. Alright, Banjo making his way over here towards long. I can understand why he's changing up sights. Able to take down Linux with an instant 1-tap right there. I don't think he was just pre-firing that. I think he might have some kind of other external assistance for that, because there is no way, and when I say other, I mean vision assistance. The odds of him just pre-firing that at the exact right moment and lining it up as perfectly as he did are pretty low. Either way, going for some repeaks here in middle, is able to take down Joss through that smoke. And as you can see, as the other team is bringing it back, it seems like he's becoming a little bit more blatant by the moment. But it looks like his teammates are going to be able to finish off this round this time. Laddie's able to take down 1. Let's go check out Laddie's. Laddie's is a person that I've been a little bit suspicious of. Able to peek out here and gets taken down by Banjo. Alright, Banjo ended up dropping 49 kills here. He dropped damn near 50 kills in this game against 3 Supremes as a global. Alright, so let's talk about this game. As for aim assistance, it looked like it was his normal natural aim. I really don't think he was using any form of aim assistance, and if he was, it was a very, very small amount to where I couldn't really tell. He did hit a couple crazy shots on those last couple of rounds, but up until that point, it really did not look shady at all. For the most part, he was just shooting people in the chest, but his aim got a little bit better towards those last rounds. He started popping some heads. So I'm going to have to go with insufficient evidence here, though maybe he did decide to turn it up a little bit as the game got closer. As for vision assistance, it was getting caught off guard all the time through this game, but there were a couple shady moments. One was when he was peeking middle with the scout, how he just lined him up to peek through mid and was already perfectly on target. Then when he re-peeked it again right after that, he was on target once again. That may be a sign of wall hacks, but also when the guy pushed out middle there at the end and he had that deagle and he just shot the guy through that smoke, it just felt like he knew exactly where that guy was, and it wasn't just a spam shot. The timings were just too good, especially after the timing there over at long. But still though, if I were doing an Overwatch, I'd still have to go with insufficient evidence here. I would have needed a few more rounds like that to absolutely prove that consistency. As for major disruption other external assistance, there was some glitchiness in those early rounds when we first started watching. It looked like he may have been using some kind of anti-aim, may have accidentally had it on. Now the reason anti-aim is hard to report is because it could have just been a little bit of lagginess. As you guys saw later on in the game, the server actually lagged out for a moment. And because of that, I'm just going to say that that lagginess that we saw was not an anti-aim and actually server glitchiness. So I'm going to go with insufficient evidence here. And as for griefing, well, you can see that he was muted, so he probably does grief in a lot of his games. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a very toxic player. But still, from what we saw, we're going to have to go with insufficient evidence here. Now overall, this was a pretty shady game, but I just can't say that there was enough evidence to absolutely say this guy was cheating. Anyways guys, let's move on to the next case. And now we find ourselves on D Mirage. It looks like the suspect's teammate on the right hand side over here is glitching out. Looks like they're full on anti-aiming. Either way, the suspect over here making his way over here towards the B site. Now we are at the half. The suspect gonna peek up here and taking some shots towards Beta, gets taken down. Nothing too suspicious about that. I don't think he was taking that round too seriously though. Either way, making his way over here towards the A site. This time gonna go with a scout. And this should be a lot more blatant. Gonna peek out, takes a shot, not on target. I'm actually really surprised because this is a real Overwatch. So far, the suspect is looking 100% legit. I'm gonna look at his teammates here real quickly. Meanwhile, the CTs are all kind of bunched up there in CT spawn. He was able to take down one of them. He may be wall hacking, though, I mean, he heard them shooting at each other, so nothing too suspicious about that. But just look at how he's lining up with Manatee there. Wow, what a shot on the beta! And able to take down Manatee. Yeah, it's got to be a wall hack, guys. At first, it looked like he was trying to be legitimate. Either way, one guy over here in window and taking shots at him through the wall. And you can see that he is clearly cheating. Alright, the suspect is pissed off and decided to go full rage hack mode, making his way over here towards middle. We can report the full-on trifecta now, though it was refreshing at the beginning of it when I really couldn't tell if he was cheating. Either way, making his way over here towards top middle, one guy in window, and let's see who he's able to pick here. Alright, as you can see, he is going up against one of the cheaters over here in this corner. And let's see if he's able to take him down. He actually is able to shoot him through the wall right after Beta takes down Cat through the wall. And there's only one counter-terrorist remaining. And this guy might be legitimate. He tags him in the leg, able to finish him off. And let's go and report this. As for major description aim assistance, that is evident beyond reasonable doubt. Vision assistance is evident beyond reasonable doubt. And other external assistance is evident beyond reasonable doubt. As for griefing, gonna go with insufficient evidence here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, have a great day.